Do you remember the days when you could just go to the Rockies and be out there and not have to deal with people? You got to just be out there and experience the nature and the solitude and the barren wilderness of it all. I remember. I've been there a few times. And when I was a kid, my dad would take us on these road trips. And one time we went to the Rockies, and I have this distinct memory of him taking us way up on a mountain road, and we got to go out and no one was there, and it was the tundra, and we went out and we felt like the spongy ground, and it was amazing. Amazing. Yeah. It's not like that anymore, is it? What is going on? Last weekend, my husband and I went out to the Rockies. Well, we spent some time in Denver, and then we went up towards Estes Park, and it was nothing like I remembered it. In my head, I had this luxurious vision of just, the Rocky Mountain National Park. It's so huge. There's just going to be so much space for whoever's going to be there, and it's going to be great. We're going to get to just in my head, I wanted to lay out on the grass, basking in the sun, and just being in silence, looking at nature, looking at the huge, impressive, majestic mountains and the view. That's what I wanted. And sure, it was mid-July, kind of peak tourist season, not on the off season, but still, I thought it was perfectly reasonable for me to think that I could get a little bit of solitude out there. I thought, hopefully my braid isn't you know what, I bet it is. I'm also testing out my new lav mics here, so forgive me while I'm learning the ropes. So my hubby and I, we went, and the first thing is, we got to the gate. You know, when you go to a national park, you've been to a national park, right? You go through the gate, and there's a little thing where either someone's working there and you pay them the money so you can go there, or nobody's there and you just pay the you pay the little kiosk thing and you get the ticket and you put it in your windshield. You know, you go in there, nobody's there, right? You just zoop, do your thing. The line for this gate was maybe a 10-minute wait, 15-minute wait. When you think of the time itself, it's okay, that's not terrible, right? But compared to what? Compared to just the normal slight pause, you go and buy your ticket and go. It was baffling to me. I was like, holy, what am I getting myself into? So that was the first warning sign. And then then you just follow the road, you follow, you're looking around at the lines as you're at the gate, you're like, I'm just going to be following all these people. They're going the same place I am. What's this going to be like? It's just going to be this long row of people going to the same places, stopping at the same stops. And in fact, that's what it became. Go up the curvy roads, go up, woo, woo, woo. There's then each main stop, there's the main stop. There's the main stop. And we're like, oh, no, because it's just filled with hordes of people, right? And then we get up pretty high and it's like, we came all this way. We might as well see the views. That's why we're here, even though we hate doing following the tourist crowd flow. We hate that. We like to do our own thing. But that was the only option provided. We get out there. There's this pull off for the parking area, and you fall because first there's this crosswalk, and you have to wait for the hordes of people to cross. They're all going to the same place, to the same lookout. We finally are able to cross the crosswalk, get into the parking lot, and suddenly we become that group of people. We're following a new horde, a new slew, a new onslaught of people going across the crosswalk, going out single file onto the same pathway. Then there's this whole view, and I'm sure it's a beautiful view. It just didn't really seem like it. You're out there with all these people just looking around. Everyone's with their phones taking the same pictures. Everyone's taking the same pictures, looking at the same thing, walking the same steps. taking the same selfies, and then turn around and file back, keep on marching, follow that same path back, getting back into their cars to go up and do it again at the next stop. And and we were filing right into line next to them, doing the same thing. And as we were walking back, I look over to my husband. I'm like, this is like we're all these good little monkeys, like in this experiment, just following the rules. I could just imagine these puppeteers up above looking at us, watching us, following the pathway, doing the same thing, taking the selfie, taking the pictures, walking back, filing into line, going back to the parking lot, crossing the crosswalk, just saying, good monkey, now keep on going, follow that way, good monkey. And then after I said that, the whole rest of the trip, we couldn't think of anything else. It was kind of ridiculous because we were looking around seeing this happening, and yet we were part of it. We were part of the problem. Good monkey, just keep on going. Follow the route that we have created for you. Don't deviate. All the signs everywhere. Don't go off the path. Don't do blah, blah, blah. You can go anywhere because, of course, they're trying to preserve everything, which I'm sure is great because there's hordes of people nowadays. What the heck? Hordes of people. Mostly a whole lot of people not from the country and taking a gazillion selfies. And it's just like, well, I get it. It's cool to see, but what in the world? There's just hordes of people nowadays. And they have to control it because I'm sure you've seen how people can be. Maybe you're one of these kind of people, but it's like you've seen how people can be so destructive and disrespectful, and it makes total sense that they have to put up these rules. But still, it was just like, holy cow, there's just, what is even the point of being here? And you could see it happen all the way up, each stop. And it started drifting, it started lessening a little bit because you started getting higher. It's more difficult to breathe. It got cold. A lot of people were shocked with the cold. Personally, it was a huge relief that it finally got cold up there. I guess I'm more of a Nordic kind of ancestry in my blood. And so the cold really works for me. So I was so relieved that it was finally cold because it was 100 degrees down there in Denver. And then you just keep following the road, the same path, and you get to the top. And what's up there? It's a visitor center where you can buy trinkets, you can buy magnets, you can buy coffee, you can buy sweatshirts, you can buy coffee mugs. So many things. You can get the little keychains. It's like you just follow the route, right? Follow the route like a good little monkey and get up to the top and then give us your money. Give us your money, honey. Come on. It was just a perfect design. If I was the puppeteers up there designing this, it's perfect. Just make them follow the pathway to the top. They think they're so lucky they got a place where they could buy coffee and food and fun little tourist junk. But you planned that perfectly. And if you dare go off-road, if you dare go anywhere except the predetermined path, bad monkey, bad monkey, bad, no. Follow the path, be a good monkey, good monkey. So that's what my husband and I were thinking the whole time we were up at the Rockies. Totally different from my time there as a kid. What happened? Can anyone explain to me what happened? And of course, I just couldn't help but think that this was the perfect allegory for what's going on in life, at least American life. Follow the path. After high school, go to college, get the degree that's supposed to save your ass, and then rack up all this debt, but get the job so that you can tell people you have this job and this title so you can feel good about yourself. You get their approval. Good monkey. Just patting the head. Good monkey. Follow the path and work your whole life. Good monkey. And then die. Fucking die. Good monkey. got dark real fast. You in the society incites you or inspires you and incentivizes you to be a good monkey because you get little treats, you get little titles, you get a thumbs up, you get little rewards that just keep you going a little bit further, a little bit longer. Oh, you rack up another extra 7 days of vacation for a whole year of work. Good monkey. You get that little bonus. You get that job title that you get to brag about at family reunion so that you can get your weird aunt telling you, oh, wow, I'm impressed. Was it worth it? Was it worth it for that? Good monkey. I don't want to be a good monkey. We use some vacation days, just like us good little monkeys are supposed to do, to go get a glimpse at some huge landscape. Just realizing that as much as I have a problem with this, I'm still participating in it. Like, we went on that vacation. We went to Colorado. We went to Denver. We went to the Rockies on some time off because we needed to get away and experience some new things. And you see like these vast landscapes, and it gives you hope in a way to see that there's something larger than you and the stupid life we have to live. The stupid rat race. To see that there's like the power, the majesty, the simplicity of just wilderness. And it's comforting on one hand, but then it's also like a slap in the face, because it's like, if this is there, why do we have to be doing this? You know, there's such amazing power and beauty in this world and simplicity. Why do we have to be down where it's so complicated and insane? The madness is just overwhelming. You know, you always hear people, especially on YouTube, talking about them. The them. Who's the them? The powers that be, who are the puppeteers, controlling your life, leading you on to what they want you to do. I still do. I'm very curious about the them. Like, who are they? What are they like? But it seems like it's definitely a thing, right? Like, when you look around and you see all that's going on, it's like, well, clearly there's puppeteers up there leading us to do their bidding for their benefit. And it's so hard when you're... Okay, sorry. This camera keeps overheating, so I gotta stop. This camera is great, but it's very impractical in the summer because it's just overheating every second. It's not even hot in here and it's still overheating. So I'm gonna go. You get the point of what I'm saying. I clearly can't even finish this video. Don't be a good monkey unless you want to be. Do you want to be a good monkey? You want some treats? You want a reward? You want a pat on the back? Pet on the head? Good monkey. Okay, better turn this off before it overheats again. Let me know how the audio was.